biobed. Shanty Central's biobed is a ruggedized scanner fabricated for human bodies. Despite the power of modern scanners and computers, it's impossible to image and record every molecule in a human body as digital data. The biobed uses quantum imaging to store a ghost of the patient in its optical lattice. This ghost can be printed back into matter by precise fabrication, paired with the black box implant, which transmits the last brain state before death back to its paired biobed on a phase channel. A biobed can detect a colonist's death and reprint them with no loss of memory or subjective experience. It does not require power or raw material, automatically collected from seawater. So I'm just seawater. Okay. Instinct with a biobed, colonists will be fabricated in a new body. A print, if killed. Black box implant allows transfer of final memories, but not all possessions. Biobed core's memory is stable in geological time. Used to store cicada colonists during long interstellar flight. If the ghost is not digital data, it cannot be edited or duplicated, however. A biobed can record many ghosts during a single session and store them in quantum superposition. Theory: a single biobed could produce many duplicates of many people, populating an entire colony with clonal strings of a few initial colonists. This process is illegal under Trans-System Federation law and blocked at the first software level in all legal biobeds. Biolabs. Biolab. Operating instructions. The biolab is used to inject and remove biomods, temporary genetic tricks borrowed from native life. The entry-level colonist can tolerate 2 biomods, one active, one passive. Interface with the biolab and choose 1 biomod for each slot. Active biomods must be triggered by the user. Passive biomods active by reflex when their conditions are met. Biomods should be pre-tested and approved by colony medical staff. The scanner could be modified to acquire new biomods for local species. The colonist would be liable for any resulting harm to self or others. Background. After the tragedies on 4546B and Rakshasa, and the outbreak of Kara in the Aridine Arm, I don't know. Altair recognized that the human body was now the most vulnerable component of its deep space strategy. No, wait, no, return, no. No. Oh. Sorry. Anyway, let's get back to it. The tragedies on 4546B and Rakshasa in the outbreak of Kara in the Ardan Arm. Altair recognized that the human body was now the most vulnerable component of its deep space strategy. Nobel Prize-winning research by Valentini and Pham produced the answer: a nanotech interface between human and alien biology. They interfaced deployed and pioneer programs like the Archie suit can reverse engineer alien gene products for safe expression by human cells. Unlike full adaptations, these biomods never enter colonists' genome. They are temporary and reversible. This helps would-be parents avoid awkward conversations about which biomods to inject from date night. The biolab is a colonist's one-stop point of service for biomods. The biolab is a colonist's one-stop point of service for biomods. Readers will note that it is also a triumph of human ingenuity over the pessimism of early anti-expansion. Thinkers who believed that humanity's tight link to earthly biota would make interstellar colonization impossible. And could you to nurture your dreams. The Vaporway wireless power pylon uses IEEE compliant microwave beams to link power supplies to distant customers. Containing multiple pylons together allows for effectively lossless power transmission across hundreds of meters underwater. The Vaporway exploits the Mirai capacitative coupling process to send current through ionized seawater. Build near supplies or other power transmitters to extend their range. Required to connect bases to attached generators such as hydroelectric turbines. Avoid the clearly marked beam path. Cannot spend prolonged periods in the beam. Despite the significant protection of your AEP suit, the results can be fatal. The AEP's legs, wiggle hips, allow drawing suit up to shoulders. Suit arms, PDA will automatically configure suit sensors and catheters according to your preference. Okay, let's move on. Portable locker. Operating instructions. Construct with builder tool. Pick up and by handles to carry. Automatically feeds resources to nearby fabricators and habitat builders. Can be mounted on hub points in vehicles and bases, adding extra storage space. Background. The best-in-class watertight storage enclosure for tools, resources, nutrition, and miscellaneous belongings. Maintains neutral buoyancy. No matter how heavily bloated, 99% guaranteed communications with your PDA to locate materials for fabricator recipes so you can get back to doing what you do best, filling up more lockers. Operating instructions. Equip to quick access tool belt. Activate only when selected. Extend arms into movement position. Place battery when discharged. Background. A personal DPV diver propulsion vehicle for long distance transit outside of a submarine without constant finning. The arm mounted form factor improves maneuverability in tight spaces. Prevents pioneers from losing it. EPV during stressful situation. Not fully hands-free, but allows inventory management, item pickup, and routine touching/scratching. Do not throttle the wake maker until your hands are fully extended in the movement position. Allegations that the wake maker is first mounted so that it can steer colonists back to biobeds for recycling are ghoulish and false. User experience remains that design takes. I want to try that out. This one.
I can hear you. Sophie says you're a hallucination, just a virus, but I know you're listening. We're so hungry. There's food all around us, but it's poison. Will you help? If I feed you, will you feed us? This is my body, given for you. Just help us eat.
Oh, that's how you do that. Okay.
Okay. You comfy?
My mouth is full of holes.
I'm turning on the nitrogen. Deep breaths. You have a brand new body. You might even be a little stronger. A little faster. biobeds got you.
Until it all happens again. The meadow. Or the maize field. This planet is poison.
If this works, we can slow down the syndromes by reprinting our bodies until we find a cure.
What if there is no cure?
Chap, sweetie, don't be scared. Noah will find a way.
That's what I'm afraid of.
It's tiny. Not tinier than. Okay. Welcome, center recording. Retrieving voice data message. Sophie. Welcome back, Pioneer. I'm Sophie Butcher. Could RT surgeon by now you know we're not on Zazura. We call this planet Proteus. We don't know. I think I've seen Nita Goschel. Gender woman. Mission role colony. Oh wait, no. Chapsovan, gender male, mission role, computational dynamist, biobed administrator. Pay rate, Curie, expired Mongolian Free States, trademark for member of Leadership Council. Biography, fast tracked from Altera, educational cater to work on breakthrough human fabrication technologies. Volunteered for Cicada mission to test biobed systems in harsh frontier environments. Notes: a loyal, consistent performer since infancy. Minimal risk of breakdowns. Professional tension with AI ethicist Ukrita Kapoor.
Field notes: under, not, wander. 2 spare tanks. My reprint site is habitat. I'm exhausted today. What if you just reprinted yourself when you were tired? Maybe you'd never have to sleep. Miss Nahima, I'm checking out the big coral tower. There's a mass trapped inside. The scanner's not sure if it's coral polyp or crab tissue. The optogenetics are so weird. We know the Protea virus infects everything on this planet. And we know the coral crabs wear these domes as hats. Is it possible the virus swapped their genes around? So part of this coral just decided it was a crab? Like if you live next to something on Proteus, you become related to it.
Locate this black box and investigate the circumstances of the colonists' death. Blue. Databank entry coming soon. Geordi tentatively Salipad Geordi. A jet-propelled omnivore evolved from an organism resembling a bony octopus. What rasping jaw. The Geordi's hard mouth parts can brush algae off rocks. Crush small crustaceans, pull plugs out of coral, and cut wads of kelp. Four fins. Perhaps evolved from bony legs, they steer the Geordi and will host its 4 stomach pouches. Diverticular stomachs. Each fin leg holds a digestive pouch with bacteria specialized to portions of the Geordi's diverse diet. Swimming motions help store and digest food. Central jet. Central channel is lined with stinging cells, which kill small seaborne fauna. Do not insert fingers. Muscular pulses propel the Geordi by jet action. Donut-shaped spinal braid. The Geordi's nerve braid is wrapped around the jet channel like a donut. Toroidal brain. structures may have interesting downstream consequences in larger organisms. Assessment: edible, though heavily loaded with metals and waxes. Advised through fabricator cook. The half moon tentatively molliform luna, large forage fish which constrains plankton from seawater, nibbles at small growth. Prey fish, stable food stuff for predators, has evolved several flea and hide behaviors. Edible, but a fabricator cook is recommended. 2. Separate plumbing. A rich breed protects two valves which draw in seawater for feedings. Spiracles behind the ice feed water. Internal gills for breathing. Built for agility. Body packed with neuromass to detect water flow. Interior fins have finished stray holes to help them quickly reverse direction. May have evolved to maneuver in tight quarters or in dense schools or other half moons. Peculiar nervous systems. Lax insulation can't distinguish stimuli caused by its own emotions from exchange in the surrounding world. Easily fascinated by bright light, may even experience itself as causing the light, sometimes behaves as if disoriented, swimming sideways without apparent benefit. Tolerable food source. These things are adorable. Water slug, tentatively sea slug, hydroclast, biological enigma that converts seawater into drinkable freshwater. Microbial fuel cell. Moving salt from seawater is as if energy intensive. Nonetheless, the water slug does it. Perhaps the byproduct of an internal reactor. Nonetheless, the water slug does it. Perhaps as byproduct of an internal microbial reactor that feeds on waste in seawater. Freshwater is hydrophobic plastic bulb that protects the slug from rapid dehydration by saltwater. Plankton farm. The slug's bulb hosts highly productive plankton species, turning light into food. Freshwater may be necessary for the plankton's chemistry, or it may be a prison. A way to keep the plankton from water slugs developed beak as a sharp cutting surface, possible evolutionary history of parasite or colon, so paying hosts blood and filtering out toxins. Assessment. Only nearby source of drinkable water. Advertised fabricate cook before drinking. In case of kidney problems, consider allowing the water slug to feed on your blood. Oh, they're vampires. Yes, okay. Hycean. A remarkable flying predator named for planets that makes up hydrogen sky and water ocean. Bag flyer. Who descended from the same squid-like ancestor as the hound gar. Hound gar is the hound gar and other protein to this. The Hycean's mantle is full of buoyant hydrogen. The ancestral Hycean probably stored ammonia for buoyancy. Like many Earth squid, the Hycean uses bacterial symbiotes to convert this ammonia into carbon nitrate, which, when exposed to sunlight, splits seawater into oxygen and hydrogen, lifting gas. predatory fisher. Free of most predators, the high sea drifts above the sea surface and snags prey with its arms. The larger a high sea's gas bag, the more food it can afford to lift and digest. Large prey can be suffocated by holding them clear of the water until the gills dry out. Sail provides steerage in the wind and can be flapped for emergency power. Ability range. Any spark may ignite the high-seas gas bag with disastrous results. High-seas are accurately sensitive to electromagnetic activity and may be forced to shelter the water. Philosophical reasons. The Buena Vista hypothesis proposed by Malcolm McLeod argues that advanced cognition could only evolve when earthfish began to raise their eyes above water, allowing them to see far enough to require long-range behavioral planning. This hypothesis is credited in the Hycean as one of the only discovered protein species that lives inside water, may be unusually areas beneath high seas monitor for signs of high-level behavior such as fertilizing certain areas of the ocean. Currently discarded. A remote habitat with several long-term biological experiments testing the growth conditions of protein life. Contains a biobed rig to upgrade colonist bodies. License violations have disabled its ability to reprint lost colonists. Biobed said to analyze changes in a patient's genetics and gene expression. Biobed recorded at least one death caused by a reaction to failed gene therapy. The experiments in the habitat were initiated by colony person Anita Botch. A remote habitat used as a meeting ground in miscellaneous workspace. Contains biobed rig to upgrade colonist bodies. License violations have disabled the bed's ability to repent lost colonists. Biobed recorded a series analysis of changes in a patient's genetics gene expression. Records include observation of nearby crab species and conversation with other colonists. The data suggests the habitat belonged to Chaplin, psychiatrist and AI ethicist, created a Quaker couple or center. A small further structure apparently intended to welcome pioneers emerging from sleep bathing. Site know about it. Could be reactivated with a battery for data retrieval. PyLab provides access to basic biology. Debris from the human habitat was easily converted to raw materials for the fabricator. Copper element 29. A soft metal, good conductor of heat and electricity. Important feedstock for the fabrication of basic batteries, wiring, and other low-draw electrical systems. Copper is critically to terrestrial biology. Elevated copper levels in this world's ocean may cause anemia and distinctive blood and organs. Orange's taste of this world's seawater is caused by oxidized alcohol, citrus flavor, and amylphenol ketone, which is produced by the reaction of copper. Used by the research of copper and iron for coating lipids. The same reaction occurs copper or iron deficiency in the skin, creating the discomfort taste of metal or blood. Titanium. Element 22. flight strand, unconducted, non-real, perfect for underwater construction. It won't corrode. Lines with oxygen to form minerals like tile anatase, which are likely embedded bedrock on the sea floor. Will fuse directly and safely to bone organisms on the bombardment. More recently encountered variants of the coral Onos rhinoid. Those incorporate titanium into their biology. Salt. Calcite, NaCl, colonel salt. Flavor in human foodstuffs. Nearly 4% of the alien seawater is dissolved salt, far higher than the concentration in human blood. Living things, even on this world, cannot survive this level of salt in their bodies. As a result, organisms make great of energy pumping salt out of their bodies. Some fish use a third of their metabolic energy to pump salt. Shortage of salt is equally dangerous. If hyponatremia causes hallucinations, seizure, coma, and death, easily confused with other syndromes caused by exposure to this elite environment. Assessment. Search for salt on sandy sea bottoms and around dead. Though pools of salt heavily brine may occur on the seafloor. Contact with this brine may cause serious seizures and death. Certain bacteria, halophiles, can thrive in these environments. Sulfur, element 47. Conductive and reflective of all pure metals, silver nanoparticles are vital in both medical technology and nanoprinted circuits. Also important to modern nuclear reactors and high efficiency solar panels. Silver accumulation in the body from exposure in seawater diving can cause long-term health effects ranging from acute skin to death. This world's dissolved silver levels are unsafe for human habitation. Consult your noetic advisor to research optimal search areas. I think I'm done. Yay. Finally play the game again. Wow, I need water. Wake maker. Get some food. I need food. I need a habitat builder then. Work on domestics with Gorgona, soft coral similar to the earthly coral. Relax the hard limestone shell of a true filled in coral. Earthly namesake, named for the extinct Leptorgia Voroltata. Or sea whip. Like the sea whip, it is a predator and it defends its all body from parasites and predation. Spine defenses. Unlike the terrestrial sea whip, which developed a chemical arsenal to repel unwanted contact, the whip gorgon colony has developed specialized soldier polyps which migrate to the surface and develop a brittle spine. In this stroke, the spine snaps off, releasing the soldier's payload of toxins. It is impossible to project the effects of the sting colonies, but mechanical similarities to the famous Australian Jimpy plant suggest negative outcomes for ranging from chronic agony to total sleep deprivation, lasting weeks to years. Carnivorous diet. Civilian polyps and the whip gorgon use their stings to kill and digest microscopic prey. They lack the brittle spine and powerful toxins of the soldier polyp. Assessment. Avoid contact. Consider pruning back with hand tools. Just habitat builder. Habitat over here. Just head for retreat.
30 seconds.
Damn. That's what titanium is look like.
30 seconds. Contact. Abandoned colony structure partially disassembled. Wreck diving may lead to disorientation, asphyxiation, and print loss. Be sure you are prepared to die usefully.
Hey Jubes, I'm hooking on. Hey Jubes, I'm hooking our hatches up to external buttons. It's just a simple backup. In case the door automation goes down. We can't rely on systems, so people can still controls.
30 seconds.
Thing one.
Compartment flooded.
I'm gonna get another battery. Oh.
Building a processor and a power supply will unlock new fabricator recipes. But the added mass would sink your life pod. A standalone habitat is the next step on your mission. 30 seconds.
strangled quarters, the first of us struggled to survive. Maybe some of us were among them. We cannot remember. Their sacrifice let us work toward a better future, a world that will be our home. Sophie.
Detects human remains interred beneath the sediment. This site is a mass grave.
Black box, it's Tuba. I'm trapped by a marrow breach. I don't have any flares. I'm not getting eaten. The cook will not be eaten. I'd rather run out of air. Habitat's gone. Chap lost it. He blew up the beds. Some of us made it out with Ganzo. I'm sorry, Ganzo. I said I was going back to Habitat, but I'm going to find the Jubilee, and I don't think they can feed you all. I'm sorry, man. I left you. I don't know where I'm gonna reprint. I don't know what I'll remember. Look, if I find this, the Jubilee went south to the cave where the crabs die. Do you understand? The cave where the crabs...
30 seconds.
These little guys. I catch up on our reading. Periscopic clown crab. Conoscelos proscopian. The hard-legged periscope, a social crab that shelters among stinging anemones. Reduced body. Clown crab's single segment body is an illusion. The multiple segments of the other arthropods are still present, nested inside. When the clown crab molts, it sheds its internal shell through its digestive tract. Enormous eye stalks mimic the surrounding anemones. If bitten off by a predator, each stalk is packed with specialized cells that quickly generate missing eyes. If the stalks grow too long, the clown crabs will trim them to avoid drawing attention. Ouch. Anemone tender. Clown crab provides a valuable service to Thesola anemones by ranging out to forage, turning nutrients in its molts and waste. It also grooms the anemones to clean parasites and infections. The twin stalk, the third stalk behind the eyes, is a reproductive organ. The same unspecialized cells used to heal the eye stalks become eggs or sperm. Sperm is released into the seawater while eggs are deposited among the anemones. Assessment is a sign of a healthy anemone field. Caught script book and allocated memory for command. Generate data bank clown crab echo memory carve soup. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Remark Ace and Appeal. I think the PDA got this thing's anatomy reduction completely wrong. I swear I've seen centipedes, a bunch of clown crabs linked up in a train. I think they grow as a single segment. Linked up. I think they grow as a single segmented organism. And each segmented splits off into its own crab, and then maybe they hook up again later. That wouldn't be the weirdest thing I've seen. Edited author K. Wonder. Pent. Data bank generation halt. Freezing error. The scanned entity Pent is not alive. It contains no cells, no genetic material, no water chemistry. What is it then? Generation. strains. This pent is a soft, waxy body that contains a bath of sulfuric acid. Heat is provided by aligning the radioactive metals elements. Internal chemistry shows no sign of protein sequences, if there are. Shows no sign of protein sequences, though there are complex fatty acids partitioned into compartments by fat bubbles. Internal chemical reactions are sluggish. If it were alive, it would be dying. Geological formations. Some geological formations, such as rock varnish, may be mistaken for life. The pent could be a similar phenomenon, a self-organizing but non-living structure. Shadow biosphere. Alternatively, though more remotely, the pent may be the product of a shadow biosphere, a parallel form of life on this world which operates on a distinct chemical basis. That pent more closely resembles the life forms discovered in the atmosphere of Venus than any terrestrial organism. Assessment and await further updates. That's a lot. Coral dragon scale, a hard coral that grows on hydrothermal vents, using the temperature gradient between its hot base and its cold water, live to drive metabolic reactions. Hard coral, dragon scale, polyps must grow there. Hard coral shells in water rich with dissolved minerals. A good resource if it doesn't dissolve you too. Limestone cannot survive in this vent water. Instead, the dragon scale polyps extend long fibers which collect metal ions. These metal whiskers are both an anchor for further mineral growth and the key to the coral's metabolism. As goosebumps to whiskers. To whisker-based metabolism. The difference in temperature between the cold and hot end of the dragon's scale includes electrical current along its whiskers, which the dragon scale polyps use to drive its metabolism. Troilite superconductor. Deposits of troilite and iron sulfate mineral within the dragon scale enter an unusual quantum spin state when heated above 150 Celsius. Assessment. Possible applications to research and computation. So, there. Brain coral. More battery. Everything I can. So the rest. No, I don't want AI fuels. What is this?
30 seconds. Oxygen.
What do you think I'm doing? That must be the other tab. I must just scan that one. Just imagine a giant secret coming after me. That would be terrifying. Yes.
30 seconds. Oxygen.
Sorry about that. Oh, I. Habitat.
Congratulations. You have taken a major step towards zero debt day. As a platform for systems like the processor and scanner station, a habitat is a vital investment in your future. A habitat can also be an emotional anchor, proof that you've built something to last. Remember, it's easier to replace a body than a base. Alien organisms may have their own interpretation of your light, from threat display to attempted seduction.
macaron sponge. Macro sponge that has developed a disc of regulated feeding cells named for the dessert sandwich cookie, not available in current fabricator settings. Hardened plates instead of sponges and normal inner and outer layers. The macaron develops two hard plates of enocoderm. These anchor the feeding disc to a hold-fast feeding disc. The sponge's mesohyl internal jelly has specialized into feeding disc with tentacled cells that pull particles from the surrounding seawater. This leaves the delicate jelly vulnerable to predators and parasites. Hostage exchange. The feeding disc hosts the larval sponge, eating organism in its pores. By providing a shelter and habitat for their young, the macaron may bury itself a degree of safety and by itself it leaves it. These larvae are themselves tempting prey for many species. Unusual protein expression. Many of the cells in the feeding disc express proteins are also found in the hosted larva. This may be a recognition signal to attract the desired species. Assessment inedible despite its name. Await further updates. Hateful and malicious sponge. Assessing PDA neutral temperature, reducing output subjectivity. Sponge of dying mist. Semi-predatory sponge that acts as the central node in a necrobiome bacterial arsenal. Sponges cultivate bacteria which secrete helpful chemicals. At some point in its history, the toxic sponge was infected by a bacterial symbiote, which generated a powerful antibiotic. Taking to the human streptomyces, the bacterium used this antibiotic to extinguish competition, then begin an internal power struggle to evolve compounds that could destroy rival strains of its own species. The result is a sponge flesh with an antibiotic so concentrated it causes skin burns and nerve damage. Ooh. Touch-based hunting strategy. When brushed, sponge contracts sharply, expelling a cloud of antibiotic toxic microorganisms are killed, and larger species may enter convulsions and die nearby. The dead matter decomposes, releasing nutrients upon which the sponge feeds. Animal gene fragments. The toxic sponge's genetic code contains a fragment of an animal genome, likely a crustacean. Assessment. Avoid. Keep medical supplies on hand to treat chemical burns and nerve damage. Yikes. How much more do I have? You know what? I think I'm gonna do the rest of the reading some time. Why can't... Let's try this again. One. Hatch. One titanium tubes. Okay.
30 seconds.
Power connected. All systems online. Welcome aboard.
Oh my gosh, it's so cheap too. Huh. So where's the fiber? Two titanium. Wait, how do I get that dude again?
Thirty seconds. Oxygen.
fibers. Oh, that's deep. Let's just stay up here where it's safe.
30 seconds.
It does.
Welcome aboard.
Missing one type. Oh, forgot I have, salvage.
Welcome aboard. Warning. Power offline.
Eggs for the collector Leviathan babies. Let's make it sunrise. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, holy cow. Eh.
Power connected. All systems online.
dear. Wait, I think I think I have all of this. Well, except for the battery, but I think the batteries. I can craft it!
Welcome aboard.
Oh. Okay. That's all. How the heck did I not scan that?
This colony of worms in a shared membrane has no earthly analog. You have discovered a new clade. Naming rights may be auctioned off or reserved as a gift for that special someone in your future. Seconds.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
The Wakemaker is a marine adaptation of the Spacemaker EVA thrust pistol system. Travelers should be careful to rest their wrist, elbows, and shoulders during prolonged use.
get to that end over there. They're adorable. Now what?
Welcome aboard.
Now we can get going.
Limestone is formed by the death of coral. Each plateau in this region once housed tens of billions of living things. 30 seconds. Contact. Primary habitat detected. It is silent.
Okay, this is just the seabed.
Combustion byproducts detected. Fire is a critical risk in oxygen-rich habitats. Seconds.
Noah, is there a fire? Noah, do not open the seacocks. Noah, acknowledge, please. I have a mouse trap, Noah, and I'll use it. Do not...
12,000 calories a day. Fortune won't help. The only safe food is food we grow in here. Let's take the titanium. Gave me a wiring kit.
Google time record. Very quick. Damn it, there is a riot in Habitat. Chap and Mantis have explosives. Fire. God, we're on fire. I have to go. Ganzo! 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 Signal everyone outside to rally at the tadpole pens.
They only have one battery charger here. That's unfortunate.
About 25 people lived here. They were trying to build a life. Farms and biomods that could support 40,000 sleeping souls. But they didn't make it. Why? Were they sick? Did the Maysfield syndrome subvert them? We have to know. I've activated Dr. Wu Langyi's black box. He's in a viral hot lab. His work may be your best lead. We should salvage what we can. I've retrieved a few files. Gather all the blueprints you can. Especially the scanner station.
It's not a real mind. Not like you or me. It can learn facts, but it can't change how it thinks. And why would it? Let me quote the manual. NOAA's cephalopod-inspired architecture uses a central administrator to govern limb nodes at remote work sites. As a frozen AI, NOAA is unable to revise its architecture at runtime, reliably controllable by less intelligent systems such as human operators, except under extreme situations. Cephalopod-inspired? An insult to octopodes. It won't let you die. Not its precious workforce. If you become uncontrollable, it'll wipe your memories and start over. No anger, no resentment. A nice, clean you. Change? Why would it want to change? The damn thing is in heaven.
Nobody wants this. I hate it more than I can say, but it's time. As colony surgeon, I have determined that we can no longer take care of the sick. We don't have the calories to spare. I will not force anyone to reprint. But I ask that once you are too sick to work, you volunteer for recycling into a new body. It won't cure the permanent damage, but it will clean out the metals and virus for a while. At least this is fair. Until we know how to adapt the metals without going Maysfield, we're all going to get sick. I will lead the way myself. Let the record show that the NOAA did not advise me in this decision.
Oh. The leg was down here.
Seal the bulkhead. Keep the fire away from the lab. Sophie.
You can run?
Warning. Power offline. Welcome aboard.
Seconds.
Welcome aboard.
Can I not sleep?
Power connected. All systems online. Welcome aboard.
How do you sleep? Yeah, I don't feel like it right now.
Welcome aboard.
How do I sleep? Oh, is it not? Just sleeping. I won't.
Welcome aboard.
Alright.
Welcome aboard.
That's big. That's and if we don't need that one, oh wait. I need a better charge.
Welcome aboard. What are these? Think I'm gonna call it a day. Let's refund bases.
Ah.
Welcome aboard.
I'm in my peace. Alright, let's speed up there.
Welcome aboard.
Okay. Maybe one of them. That's a blue. It's purring.
30 seconds.
Welcome aboard.
Thirty seconds.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah. And it gives you 3. Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Oh.
Welcome
Yeah, I'm
aboard.
just gonna get off.